In the late 18th century, the United States came remarkably close to adopting the metric system, decades before most of the world followed suit. The decision hinged on a single man, Joseph Dombey, a French scientist sent by France to deliver a standard meter and kilogram to the U.S. government. Had he succeeded, America's measurement system might look entirely different today. Dombey's mission was critical. At the time, the young United States was struggling with inconsistent units of measurement inherited from Britain. Leaders like Thomas Jefferson saw an opportunity to modernize and standardize weights and measures using the newly developed metric system from France. Jefferson, a firm advocate for scientific progress, was eager to receive Dombey's official metric prototypes. But fate intervened. While crossing the Atlantic, Dombey's ship was caught in a storm and blown off course into the Caribbean. There, British privateers, essentially legalized pirates, captured him. Unaware of the significance of his mission, they held him for ransom, but Dombey died in captivity before he could ever reach American shores. The metric standards never made it into Jefferson's hands. Without Dombey's delivery, Jefferson's plans to introduce the metric system lost momentum. The U.S. continued using its British-based system of inches, feet, and pounds, cementing a tradition that persists to this day. Had things gone differently, Americans might be measuring distances in kilometers and weighing groceries in kilograms instead of stubbornly clinging to the imperial system. Dombey's failed mission was not the only opportunity the U.S. had to go metric. In the 1860s, Congress made the metric system legal for use, but adoption was never enforced. A century later, in the 1960s, another major push was made to convert America to metric, but resistance from industries and the general public stalled progress. The country remains one of the few in the world not to fully embrace the system. The irony is that many aspects of American life already use metric measurements. Scientists, doctors, and even manufacturers rely on meters, grams, and liters in their work. NASA operates in metric. Car engine displacement is measured in liters, and soda bottles are labeled in milliliters. Yet for everyday use, the U.S. remains stuck with inches and miles. Imagine an alternate reality where Dombey completed his journey. School children would never struggle to memorize how many feet are in a mile or how many ounces are in a pound. Instead, they would use a simple, logical system based on powers of 10, just as much of the world does today. Dombey's ill-fated trip shows how a single event can alter the course of history. Had he made it to America, the country might have aligned with France and much of Europe, rather than sticking with the outdated British measurements. The cost of his failure is still felt every day in the U.S., where confusion over measurement conversions persists. Even today, the push for metrication surfaces from time to time, with some advocating for a full switch to bring the U.S. in line with global standards. But after more than 2 centuries, the resistance to change remains strong. The ghost of Dombey's lost mission still lingers, a reminder of how close America came to measuring the world differently. The next time you struggle with unit conversions, remember Joseph Dombey, the scientist whose doomed voyage left the U.S., measuring its world in inches and pounds instead of meters and grams.